Good morning friends of For Fun Motorsport, and welcome back to another video. Today I have a great and pleasant news for all of you who are tired of Chinese bullshits, are tired of having problem with the gearboxes, especially with the DrumShifter, but they can afford a For Fun race gearbox, but still want to solve China's engine problem. Now it's possible to install the race DrumShifter also in engines, on China's engines of the Iron X series, so 130 and 150, 160, GPX 155, but also on the old engines, Honda's replica, so Iron X 125, 140. We need only to do 4 machining, 4 little changes, to provide this gearbox on China's engine. In future will be available a dedicated DrumShifter for China's engines and China's gearboxes, okay? But now it's possible, there's no time to build it, so I will provide a modified DrumShifter that you can use on China's engines. If you want, it's also possible, and if you desired, give the shot pinning treatment on the China's gearbox. It's a very interesting treatment, surface treatment, that improve the hardness of the teeth and will be reliable and long-lasting. Should provide for you 5-6 races if you use DrumShifter for fun, DrumShifter obviously. The particularity of this gearbox is to improve the connection between gears in perfect mode, in perfect function, and ensuring the almost infinite performance of DrumShifter, because you know this is an anodized ergal 7075, and the forks are original Honda spare parts, therefore an excellent quality. But now let's see how it behaves on all the rusty, unusable gearbox, which had about 10 hours, and I haven't thrown it away. I keep it with me, but only for pure casualty, because most of the time I take the China's part used and throw in the circle bin, the trash. Okay. Now let's see how this gearbox, how this DrumShifter works on China's engine. Now, okay, here we are. We have installed the DrumShifter, the For Fun race DrumShifter for the race gearbox on China's crankcases and China's gearbox. Now let's see how this DrumShifter can work on the China's gearbox. I put the first gear on. It took perfectly. It works great. Now I put the second gear. Yes, and also the second gear. It's perfectly okay. You always pay very attention to these parts on the sprockets, on the cogs, from the cogs to the sprockets, must be far away, okay? Now I put inside the third gear. And here we are. And also the third gear works perfectly. Okay, now put attention to this side. This cog it's too much near to the gear. Okay, you can remove 1 millimeter from this side and avoid this problem, or you will break this gearbox. Another thing important, this is not a spaced gearbox. I have installed it as I found in the trash bin. So really, the trash bin for me. These are parts that for me must go only to the trash. Now I put the fourth. Okay. And also the fourth works correctly. Pay attention to the spacing of your gearbox for avoid many China's problems. Don't forget it. So now we have seen how this DrumShifter works on China's gearbox, but what are differences for Fan Motorsport race gearbox type and China's type? Nothing so different. This is the DrumShifter you will receive for the full race gearbox. There's no too much light today. Okay. These are the Honda's forks that work perfectly. There's a little free play, okay, the correct free play. And this is the version you will receive, will be modified in this section, will be too short. You will have this connecting bolt. This side will be a little bit more slower and machined. There are two long pins for adapt in China's crankcase, Iron X crankcase with China's gearbox. But the differences are very low. If you want to solve your China's ENG problem, please refer to us, and if you want to solve the gearbox problem, this is one way to avoid any problem. For now I want to thank you for watching me one more time, and see you later. Bye bye.